Go. Hello, welcome back to the Final Whistle podcast. My name is Harry McBain, and joining me, as usual, is Bobby Addison, and we've got Adam with us as well because Adam does well with views. Generally, the videos seem to do well, so we brought him back. So we'll start off with the most recent thing for this recording of Arsenal drawing 3-3 with West Ham. Bobby, what do you think of your performance?
I mean, in the first half an hour, we went 3-0 down. I was about to throw things at the wall, like cups. I mean, it was the fact that the first the first half an hour, we looked like we weren't even there. We might have just not turned up. Yeah, it was pretty eventful. I'm glad we got the back though. We played very. Martin Odegaard was flipping brilliant in the second half. Like he was very good.
Yeah, but we had prime Lingardinho in the first half though. He did, yeah. I think it was goal and assist. Do you think that he'll end up signing permanently? Do you think West Ham will try and dip into to get him on a full-time deal, or do you think just sod off back to United?
Don't know really. I mean, I don't think he will play for United again. So the lightning assist, he'll probably sign. Yeah, what do you think, Adam?
I reckon he won't go back to United at all. I reckon he'll either play for West Ham or he might even just sign for another Premier League team.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think either West Ham will get him, or like it will just be someone like Palace or some other mid-table team. Yeah, someone like that will go in for him. Because he's definitely not going to take over from Bruno.
No.
Or Donny, who is doing brilliantly at United. Brilliant form. Very consistent. There are rumours that he's going to leave over the summer, or wants to leave. Adam, do you think that? What do you think of that signing? Because that was just so pointless for him, especially as Bruno being.
Yeah, I don't understand because I think they had plenty of players anyways, and I don't think they really used to sign them. So
yeah,
I think it was pretty pointless waste of money.
Because they didn't really spend any money in the summer, and I feel like they just had to get a big name in. They were kind of getting pressured into it, and all the fans, some of the fans, it's kind of 50. Robbie says it's quite 50-50 split. Like some fans want him to play, but when he has been playing, he's not been playing that well. So it's like, who's he going to start over?
Well, maybe it was because like over the last 2 seasons or so, Ajax have basically just dismantled from their they obviously De Ligt went to Juve and then Ziyech left to Chelsea. So maybe it was just a collector item for United.
He's gone as well.
Yeah. So they've all just gone in for him because of the name, like less chance of his actual quality. Because let's be honest, it was the Dutch league. They did a few things in the Champions League, but I don't actually think he's that good anyway. But then another topic that we planned beforehand, Spurs, a brilliant week for them. I really think top quality result against Zagreb in the was it Europa League? Because I can't remember. I think it was Europa League, wasn't it?
Yeah, Europa League.
Yeah, they're not Champions League. They're not that
good.
Yeah. Do you think Jose's lost it now? Bobby, do you think he's obviously we know he's not as good as his former self, but do you think he's had it now?
Oh, I mean, I think his tactics are really outdated, aren't they? Like, it's quite obvious. I mean, all the Spurs fans were just happy because they've not won a trophy in so long.
Audi Cup, don't forget that.
What's that?
The Audi Cup, didn't they win?
Oh yeah,
the mighty trophy. Yeah, but I think they were also happy because they wanted to get Mourinho in because they were like, oh, he's going to win us trophies, but you can't take the bottle out of Spurs. You can't do it, and they're having to put up with having the 3 of the best players from 3 players technically on paper in the league, and they're just sitting back they're just not doing anything. It's so confusing.
Yeah, do you think at the start of the season they were in first and everyone was like, oh, Spurs are finally
dominating early season.
Yeah.
Kane and Son were doing so well, getting goals and assists for each other constantly, week in, week out.
Yeah, they were top of the league and people were like, oh, is Mourinho going to do it? Are they going to win the league? And then they just kind of went, oh.
And just actually, I'm going to have a break for a bit.
Never came back.
Yeah. Do you think that, what do you think needs to change? Because they've got good players, like they've got Son and stuff. Do you think it's like other areas where they're playing players like, I mean, he's good, but he's not that good, like Højbjerg, who's
Yeah.
he's mid-table level really. Like he's not top 6. Bob, do you think it's a better manager they need, or just like stronger reinforcement maybe?
I do think it's a manager. Like I think Jose, it's a bit like just going back to the I don't know. It's just like why would you? The whole thing in football is you can go to a manager who's done it well in other places, or you can try and reinvent yourself as
take a risk.
Yeah, as a new team. I mean, sometimes playing the risk it pays off. You know, I mean, with Arsenal, I mean, and I can't really talk that much, but at first, obviously, getting Arteta I was a bit skeptical because I was like, why don't we just get a proven manager? But sometimes it is better to like get a bit of a project because then you get sort of an identity in the process, helps you like win games. But when you just come in and expect a quick fix, it never usually works that well, in my opinion.
Yeah, do you think, Adam, that like Spurs sacking Pochettino, do you think that was a mistake? Obviously, it was only the Champions League final to Liverpool, and let's be honest, they were like the best team in the world at that point anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I think sacking Pochettino was not the right idea, to be honest, because he did well in the Champions League. Yes, the following season in the Prem, he didn't do so well, but that's only like half a season. Give him the chance, and I reckon they could have got top 5 maybe. But sacking him, I think they shouldn't have done that. Jose Mourinho, he's a good manager, but again, like Bob said, outdated. His tactics are worn down. Everyone knows what he's going to do, and I think that's what it's down for, really.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I know what it's like to have the dreams of winning something, even if it's the Championship playoffs. You fail, and then the next season puts you into a deep depression.
Yeah, you can keep dreaming, Harry. You can keep dreaming.
Yeah, and then obviously replacing Lamucci with Chris Hughton as you kind of linked the same with Mourinho, experienced manager.
Yeah,
I have a bit more faith in Chris Hughton than I'm sure Spurs fans do in Mourinho, but we got a draw with Brentford yesterday. See, we're on the up.
yeah, I saw that.
It wasn't even a penalty. The dirty.
Talking of Brentford, actually, just to come back, I think I was really looking forward to Ben Rama playing in the Premier League, but he's just really not that good. Actually, I don't know if I can banter him that much, but he's been quite average. I'll be honest. Like he's not scored yet. Oh, sorry, Matthew, but I think he should have stayed at Brentford, or maybe gone to a different club where he would have got maybe like a West Brom where he would have got more game time.
Yeah. I think what it's like with him is there are like some players. I think it's also with Knockout that's at Forest, but when he was at Brighton, he was like he ripped the Championship to shreds, but couldn't do it as much in the Premier League and struggled.
Yeah.
So that's why he's dipped down a bit more. And I mean, he's a good player, but not in his prime anymore. But I think that's probably what's the same with Ben Rama, is he's good for the Championship level and probably like other foreign leagues that aren't as demanding. Spurs, if you were Kane, I saw a thing earlier that Kane wants to leave Spurs. Do you blame him, Bob?
I don't know. I don't necessarily blame him because obviously, like, is he 27 now and he still hasn't won a trophy? So
from the Audi Cup.
Yeah, I mean,
I get the major title.
Yeah, but it is a bit alarming that someone hit of his like numbers of goals he hasn't actually won a trophy yet. But I don't blame him for leaving. But then it's always that option for him of weighing out going to another club and risking winning a trophy or staying at Tottenham and being a legend. Well, you get regarded as a legend if you don't win any trophies, though. That's the thing.
Yeah,
he scores a lot of goals.
Yeah, I mean, like I saw on the post I saw about him wanting to leave. It was Spurs valuing him at 120 million. And like, who do you think would?
I think I'd have to agree. I'd have to agree.
Where would he go? Because like City aren't going to want him. Man United.
If he changes any teams, I don't think he'll stay in the Premier League. I reckon he might go to maybe a German league or like La Liga.
It would
maybe Real Madrid might sign him.
Because you'd think at this point, all the big teams are going to want to spend the big money on Haaland rather than Kane.
Haaland, Sancho.
Because City, it was a few seasons ago saying, looking at Kane. But as you said there, they're going to go for Haaland now, and it's pretty obvious. Man United obviously want Haaland, but I mean, a striker's not really their priority. What I was thought was, if Haaland does leave, maybe Dortmund will go in for Kane because
Yeah, for a
I
replacement,
mean,
yeah.
I'm sure he could do well in the Bundesliga. I don't think he'd go to Bayern because they got Lewandowski and he's
But then again, if he does go to Dortmund, what trophies does he win there?
yeah,
Do
it's a good
Dortmund
point.
do they push for Champions League? Do they push for the German league? You know,
Well,
like
yeah.
Well,
Uh,
like I guess the thing there would probably try and win the German league, the cup. I guess maybe progress them a bit more in the Champions League, but then I guess look at it. Spurs aren't in the Champions League, so any club that is whatever level really that's like decent could reach quarterfinals. It's an improvement for him,
yeah.
isn't it? So I reckon. I mean, Dortmund probably they might not be interested, but maybe it depends what they get, the money they get for Haaland.
Maybe even maybe in a couple of years, Lewandowski moves on. He might go to a PSG or a Real Madrid, and maybe Harry Kane goes to Bayern Munich instead.
Yeah, you just think though, he's 27, as we said. If Lewandowski, I'd say probably like a few more years at the top level. But then like
how old is Lewandowski now?
I swear he's like 31, I think.
I'll have a look.
I might be wrong, but
32.
32.
He's the same age as Aguero, isn't he? And like Aguero's pretty sat on the bench half the time.
Yeah.
So if you wait like 2 seasons, let's say, because the like Bundesliga's not as demanding as the Premier League, then Kane, you're still getting a 30-year-old Harry Kane who, you know,
He'll still be good by then.
Yes, but do you think Kane will want to wait?
Really, like,
do you think?
pace.
Yeah. Do you think Kane will want to wait 2-3 years to possibly win a title? Because
No, probably not.
It's a good
I reckon
point.
he want to move sooner rather than later if he does move.
Yeah, definitely. Another thing that we've got the England squad for the upcoming, I think, World Cup qualifiers.
Yeah.
Adam, what do you think of that? Like that squad?
I actually haven't seen it.
I've got it on. I can get it on screen share. I downloaded it.
Oh, yeah, right.
I don't think Trent's not in it, is he, this season?
No, there's no Liverpool players in the squad. So there's
goalkeepers. I think I'm not gonna lie. I think it's good that Trent's not in it, to be fair, because like there's so many right backs playing in it before.
So like there's no Liverpool players in the squad at all. Lingardinho is in the squad in the midfield. Ollie Watkins in the attack. I mean,
no Foden, which is interesting.
No, Foden is there, just below Bellingham.
Foden's there,
just below Jude Bellingham.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, never mind. I was looking at the wrong one. Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
So yeah, what do you think of that, Adam?
I think it could possibly, if he chooses the right players in the right starting 11, I reckon we could do well. But
we should be
defenders. We have so many centre backs. It's like
yeah, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 centre backs. Yeah.
I mean, and we like if say Trent was in there as well instead of one of the centre backs, that's still 3 right backs. And like,
I think that's always going to be the problem with this group of England players, though, is we've got so many like right backs. That's the issue. We don't. I mean, obviously Chilwell's good. Shaw's come back into form, so I guess that's another left back. Yeah. But like we've got Reece James, Kyle Walker, and Kieran Trippier. But I think Southgate prefers Walker as a centre back. So that's kind of, I guess.
You just got to hope in the Euros that Southgate actually plays the team with the best talent and not just do a classic Southgate that's been done recently and play a 5 at the back with 2 defensive midfielders. Like,
yeah,
if we play these qualifiers and we have like Dyer and Phillips, or like Phillips and Declan Rice and CDM, and then we've got a 5 at the back, I just won't watch the games because it's so boring and we don't like playing like that. It's just so stupid. If I'm honest, I don't know why Sterling's in there. I would rather see Sancho, to be honest, because Sterling's really.
Well, to be fair, I don't mind the squad being like giving other players like Watkins a chance because it's San Marino, Albania, and Poland. So Poland's the only big test that we're going to have. Yeah. And then again, that's not a massive challenge. So I guess probably give Watkins a chance versus San Marino. So
Yeah,
probably Cody, Dyer, maybe we'll see put that out there. The interesting one about number one, obviously Pickford's injured, and we've got those three keepers there: Henderson, Johnston, and Pope.
Yeah.
Who do you both want to be number one at the Euros?
Hope.
I think Henderson.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Thing is,
Hope.
with the England goalkeepers, it's interesting because Southgate clearly likes Pickford, and knows that he can rely on him at international level, even though he hasn't been performing great at Everton. It's whether he'll take the risk of playing Pickford at the Euros because he knows he can do well at points with a good defense in front of him. But I think it's really hard because Pope's good and Henderson's good as well. I don't think Johnston, if Pickford's fit, Johnston's not going to the Euros.
Who did
Yeah, it'd be
Johnston
Henderson,
play
Pope,
for?
and Pickford like it usually would be.
Johnston's at West Brom.
Oh, was he?
Yeah,
Oh, right.
because United sold him, I think, in the end.
Same with Henderson. Henderson went to United, didn't he? Sorry.
Yeah.
And how vital do we think Foden's going to be in the Euros? Because obviously he's been brilliant at Man City this season. How vital do you think he's going to be? Could be. He played brilliantly in the false nine the other week for City.
Yeah, I think he could be key. Like in the World Cup and Euros, you need that that bright spark. And I think with when in the World Cup, obviously you had like Mbappe running the show for France, and he was their spark. And I think either Saka or Foden, probably more likely Foden, I think he'll get more game time just because of like how much better Man City have been playing than Arsenal. But I think I think he'll be very important to us playing well. He'll probably inspire quite a lot of creativity, and I'd like to see him and also the likes of like Grealish playing, maybe Madison as well, because I feel like we just need to, take charge of like all the talent that we've got really, because it's one of our best chances to get some international trophies in because it's been so long.
Yeah. I think the last time that we've probably had an international squad this good was like the era of like Gerrard, Ferdinand, Rooney. But then again, what we didn't do well with that one was we didn't manage them well enough and play them in a system that worked. And
there was a lot of rivalries in the team. So
because a lot of people were annoyed with Capello playing like Scholes left mid. And I guess that was a formation that he wanted to play. And like we're seeing again, people annoyed with the formation that Southgate wants to play.
Yeah.
There's I think some people fear that this could be the problem again, is he doesn't know what the best way to line up his England team is.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I just want to looking at the squad, as we said earlier, there's no Liverpool players in there. And there was a while ago, Klopp said about he doesn't want his players going out on international duty because of injury. Just want to point out, Adam, have you seen the pictures of inside Liverpool training, them climbing up things on like pegs halfway in the air? It's like
I haven't seen that, no.
There's a picture of Salah somewhere, like on an SAS like style thing. And it's like
Really?
not surprised you're gonna get injured. Oh God, where is it?
I've not seen anything like that. No.
There's basically a thing, and it's a wall, like you used to get those things in primary schools where you had those like pull out things, and they had climbing stuff. It looked a bit like that, but like there's two pegs on this wall, and Salah's just like hanging off these pegs, obviously like to get core strength and stuff.
Yeah.
But he's got like, I presume there's mats underneath, but
you'd hope so.
Yeah, there's like if you fall, he is injured. I can't find the picture at the moment, but it's stupid because you're just gonna get injured really easily. But do you think, like, rightly so, that there's no Liverpool players in here because they haven't been performing well at all?
Yeah, I can understand why he hasn't put any in there, because like recent form was that we're 6 at the moment, not playing too great. Like even pushed injuries aside, we're still not putting the best performance we could have. And also, I think Southgate's wary of injuries from Liverpool players, seeing how they happen recently this season. And I think he doesn't want putting Liverpool players in and then them getting injured,
and then having the Liverpool
fans at him, and also him having the last player in the squad.
Yeah, and Bob, do you think because Jose made a subtle hint to Southgate that he didn't want Kane playing all 3 matches because of injury? Do you think
Yeah.
he's like within his right to tell Southgate how to coach his England team?
I mean, you can't really tell him what to do, but I think with the games in hand anyway in the team, it looks like Kane probably won't play all the games anyway. I think Ollie Watkins, I'd like to see Ollie Watkins play one of the 2 games against Albania and San Marino, and then maybe give Calvert-Lewin a chance in one of those games as well. And then obviously you probably want Kane to start against Poland because obviously they're showing the most threat out of all the 3 teams. But yeah, I think it's sort of realistically, it's not the best thing to do, like for them to tell him what to do. But in the times where there's so many injuries in the minute, I think it's not too unreasonable because obviously it's just letting him know that don't just stiff me up here and overwork him, and then I've got my star player injured, basically. But no, yeah, I get where you're coming from.
Also, Newcastle yesterday lost 3-0 to Brighton. Very bad for Bruce. Do you think they'll be going down this season, Bobby?
I don't know whereabouts are they in the league at the minute.
They are like right in the. I think they're either just above or in the bottom 3, like 18th. I think. I'll just double check that though.
I just looked on Instagram at Liverpool's at the training photo, and I see what you mean. Like, what's he doing? He's like, he's inside. I think there is mats there. Like looking at
on their Instagram.
Yeah, it's on their Instagram. Yeah,
I'll have a look.
But it's like if you fall, you're injured. So,
well, it depends how high. He's not very high up on one of the pictures, but
Newcastle United are 17th in the Premier League. So,
yeah, just seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, and do you think they'll be going down?
It just again, it depends on their recent performance, but I mean, I don't think they've been playing well recently. I think they might be going down. I think Championship might be better for them just to rebuild, regroup, and perhaps.
What even is that? What is he doing?
Stupid. Obviously with Newcastle in the summer, they brought in some quite like good names. Obviously, Callum Wilson came in. They got Ryan Fraser on free, and
as well.
Jamal Lewis as the left back from Norwich.
Well,
yeah, like if they go down, their problem is going to be they'll either have players leaving or they'll have a fat old wage bill because, like, I know, like, they've got Premier League players in their squad that last time they were in the Championship, I think it was 2 seasons it took them to go back up.
Yeah.
But their squad is horrible. And that's what I don't like about teams coming down from the Premier League in the Championship is because they're just so stacked with good players that basically anyone else has got a chance. I think like this season Norwich are just walking.
Norwich is they're first at the moment, yeah.
Stupid. Like if they go down, or do you think Mike Ashley could sack Steve Bruce? He said the other day that he doesn't want to because if they sack him, they have to pay him $4 million on a payout, which is ridiculous. Do you think Steve Bruce deserves to keep his job? Because I mean they've been downhill since he's
doing the job, to be honest.
Yeah.
How long have he been there now? And they're just so like mediocre. I mean, they haven't even got a bad team. They've got, I mean, there's still Andy Carroll, who's like okay, he can do a job. Callum Wilson's great. Ryan Fraser's all right on his day. They've got, young players.
He's been there a couple of years.
What's that?
Steve Bruce only been there for about a year and a half, 2 years.
Has he? All right.
Yeah, he started playing there 2019.
Sam Maximan as well, like one of the.
He'll go if they go down.
Yeah, 100%.
I think, I don't know. It's quite a bad performance this year for Newcastle. I did expect them to do a little bit better, to be honest.
Yeah, I think one of their problems is obviously Mike Ashley, but I don't think you can blame Mike Ashley for anything that Steve Bruce is doing. They've just gone downhill ever since Rafa left. And I mean, people are calling for it to get Rafa back. I don't think he'd come back for a third time with Mike Ashley there because that was the reason he left. And I think there is very little chance of him coming back. But then I guess it's one of the things that I've seen with Forest is when people are saying sack Chris Hughton and you go, but who the hell are you going to replace him with?
Yeah.
And it's the same with Newcastle. If you sacked Steve Bruce, who would willingly take over that job?
It's just like I don't know what the word is. It's like it's just destined for failure, basically, unless you just totally scrap the club and restart again. You know, like just restart everything.
Obviously,
Because
they
it-
might
that's
they
what-
might get a bit of budget in from selling players, but really it's just going to be a horrible job. So they've either got to stick with Steve Bruce and try and help make sure if they go down, he can get out of the championship. I think if they stay up, they have to change because they have to change something because it's really not good.
But I think if they have to change, I don't think it'd be a small change either. I think it might have to be just like how like revamp of the team, to be honest.
Also, a final point is to give a view on Arsenal. I saw when the BBC coverage, like on their website of the Arsenal game in like the live chat, and a tweet had come in and basically saying like, this is Arteta's team. All the old lot have gone. He's brought in the new that he wants there, but they look scarily mid-table. Do you think that you're on the verge of being knocked out of being the big six clubs, obviously with Leicester like rising up?
There's no way. The people that say that are just, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the camera now. If you say that, you're just so stupid. Because how can you say, like, how can you not Arsenal out of it and not Tottenham? Like, if it's big, there's the top six and then there's the big six. The big six, Arsenal have won the Premier League like three, four many times. We won
at the moment, the reason people would say Tottenham are in the big six is because they're in the League Cup final and you're not. But then you won the FA Cup last year. But
we won the FA Cup last year. It's so stupid. It's like I don't like. Yeah, we're not like we're having a really bad season at the start because we had that awful run of form.
Yeah.
But if you look at our performances since the Boxing Day, I think we're like third or fourth. So with this whole rubbish about like, oh, Arsenal not a big six team anymore. We beat Man United. We beat City in the semi-final. We beat Chelsea in the cup final. We beat Chelsea in the league. We beat Tottenham in the league. We beat West Ham, who were a big six team. We beat Leicester, who were a big six team. So I think saying that Arsenal are small is stupid. Yeah,
and you have a chance to beat Liverpool next week as well.
Yeah, maybe
everyone has a chance to beat Liverpool.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
This is true.
But I mean,
have a good chance because it's not at home.
Yeah.
Go add on to Bob's point real quick. Like, if people are saying Arsenal are the top six team or a big six team, sorry, neither are Liverpool, because we've done bad this season. I think I agree with Bob, to be honest.
I think the reason people might say that Arsenal aren't a big six team, whereas Liverpool are, is because over the last like 3 seasons, Liverpool have won the Champions League and the Premier League. Arsenal have won an FA Cup, but it was against let's be honest, not a great Chelsea Frank Lampard team.
But then again, you had to beat Chelsea. You can say they're not good, but we still beat Man City and we still beat Chelsea. It doesn't matter how they have good players. Like they should have done better.
Yeah, of course. I think maybe what the argument. I'm not saying I agree with this, but the argument that they would produce against, oh, we beat this team we beat this team is this season in the Premier League, anyone could beat anyone. Doesn't mean that like that team is better than that team, or that team is like on the highest level. Like we've seen low down teams beat the bigger teams this season.
Fulham versus Liverpool.
Doesn't mean Fulham a Premier League title challengers, but that would be the argument. Thanks everybody for listening to today's episode. We'll try and produce some more like this with some more range of topics. But thank you everybody for listening. That was the final whistle.